All right, Quincy High School's tiny house on. It's kitchen day. Today we're here with Mr. Martin, Mr. Paul Martin. Thanks for coming by. Mr. Martin is a Quincy building inspector. I'm going to go backwards. He had his own kitchen and bathroom company in Quincy, and that company is still in existence, still a working company. And I believe your shirt is the company, right?
Yes.
Right there, right there. So if anyone out there needs some cabinets, there's the guy to go to. Martin Kitchen and Bath. That's the company that supplied us with the kitchen cabinets here, everybody. So everyone, we can see how tiny a tiny house is when we're all in here, right? Here we go. So Mr. Martin is going to give us a walkthrough on how to set up and get ready to install cabinets and what to do to install them. And he's going to walk through some of the points. You guys just pay attention, and then he's going to let you have at it after he shows you what's what. Okay? All right.
What do you think the first thing you should do when you're going to put the kitchen cabinets in? Or anything measuring?
What are we measuring?
Putting the base on the ground.
Clean up the ground.
Clean up the ground. That's a good starting point. Anyone else?
I'll tell you one other thing too. When you're working with cabinets, never have a tool belt on, because scratch.
So like you guys, you got your bibs on. This is perfect for doing kitchen cabinets, and you keep your tools off to the side in a bucket somewhere, and you get what you need, and you bring it to the workspace and put it away, because you don't want to scratch one of these $500, $600 cabinets.
And I already kind of did this, but what do I have on the floor?
Level.
So what do we need for the cabinets to be
Level.
level? So if the floor is level, it's a good start. And then what I normally do, and you guys already did this, was I start at the sink base, because that controls everything. You guys already cut the holes and did everything. Normally it comes without the holes. So that you start from the kitchen base and you move left or right. My understanding is it's a 20-inch stove. So what I do is I write it down over here, so everybody knows 20-inch stove, 24-inch fridge. Start at the sink. Normally I would mark where the studs are, but in this case it's plywood. So we can kind of go where we need to go. You always look for pipes, like if this was in the wall, you wouldn't want to hit a pipe.
And typically it would be in the wall, everybody, but because it's a tiny house, we only have 2x4 insulation, 2x4 thick walls. So for insulation values, we didn't want to interrupt the cavity with a pipe, right? And also, we didn't want to be drilling through any of the structure either to weaken it. So at points to drill through a 2x4 and put a 2.5-inch hole, you're really compromising that stud, right? Then we had to build this box. You guys did this, the soffit area, to hide the plumbing. That's what that's all about. You can see it up top there, right?
So the first thing we want to do is level this cabinet and screw it in. So I think we need a 2-foot level. We know that that's level. Couldn't be any better.
All right,
You
good.
guys want to see that?
You guys check it out there.
You guys know what level is, right? Yeah.
All right, so he's looking for a 2-foot box level, and that's what you got right there.
I would normally do this. You can see that's off. Yeah. And then this as well. This is dead. That's good. So we got to figure out how to, well, but even before that, we should take the cabinets out a little bit so we can get behind them, so we can make a level line across, and all those cabinets have to be in that line with that line. We'll level the first one. Pretty good shape, which I believe it is.
Yeah. So that'll be our starting point, and then I'll have these guys pull the cabinets this way.
Yep.
We'll snap that line, all right? So you guys carefully take the cabinets and put them this way.
So we'll do this one
Just
first,
slide
and
them
then we can
forward.
do that one after we put all these in, or put some of them in.
Yeah, it's level.
Okay. So just mark. I'm just gonna get a chalk line, but
Yeah, but you can mark it with that too.
yeah, I do. I tend to do it with this, and then we just move down. So now we have something to go by.
One thing you can do, right, Mr. Martin, we can check the floor now. We can
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
We can give it a double check. So I've got 34 and 5/8 to the top of the line. We'll come over here. I've got 34 and 5/8, so that's a good indicator that we're nice and straight. And don't forget too, we're on a trailer, we're on a steel trailer. These probably have a little bit of an arc when they build these, because you know when we do build it, when we frame, we look for the crown. And I think they do the same thing with the metal, you know. So it could be, there could be a slight little, yeah? Well, we're checking that right now with this line, right? So that's, our control line is what we're calling this, right? We'll just snap a line over that chalk line to see, to make sure we didn't mess anything up. Because when you're doing it, Mr. Martin here's got, 45 years of experience. When he's doing that line, it's gonna be dead on, and we're new carpenters. We might be looking at the level, and the vial, the bubble might be tight to one line than the other, not as we say, dead on, right? So this is a good way to check it in the beginning, right? You wrap that around your finger, put that on there, put it right on the point. I'm gonna go down to this one where Will left off right here at the very end. I'm gonna put that there. And then we're gonna give this a snap. And I don't see any issues with that, right?
Most cabinets are 34 and a half, and that's how they're made. So if that's 34 and 5/8, we're over probably a 10-foot run. We're doing all right.
Yeah. And so we're actually gonna see our line because we're an eighth above the cabinet. So we're not gonna lose that line either. It's gonna be a nice guideline for you guys to go by. So there we go. All right.
And again, normally if this was like sheetrock, I would start from the corner and look for the 16 on center and mark these a little, because most they got backsplash or whatever. Or it's not finished, and I would just make a line so it's above that so I know where I'm going. So
No structure there, right? And we gotta be mindful of the wires and the plumbing and all that, like Mr. Martin just said. So there we go.
just put that in where we think it goes, the way it was laid out. And then the first thing, we want to make sure that one's level in every which way. So I think we said that this is pretty good that way.
Yeah.
And then, so this has to come up like an eighth.
So we gotta lift the front of the cabinet up 1/8 of an inch, right?
And you need trims. And I think I brought some. So you gotta remember, you're gonna have to cut these, so you don't wanna go crazy with the big.
What for? So we're a little high now.
So then you just back it off.
You know what then? Maybe we were sitting on something up here.
Yeah.
Take them out again. That's right on right now.
Okay.
All right, that looks good right there.
Yep, can't beat that.
All right, and then we're off on the back. Well, there's a space here, so I'm just gonna shim the back. And then we gotta get the screws.
And it was good this way. So we don't want the screw to put it, and then it'll make it out of it. It's not gonna shim wherever we're gonna screw. Just, you don't want to force it, but you just let it. Like the back of this was compromised, so sometimes they get racked a little bit when the structure is gone. But this is, we're going to the line here, and there's a stove there, and there's gonna be the space is gonna be bigger than 20, so we're gonna have a pillar, so we can make up any inefficiencies there.
So that's a hardwood too, with going through, right? The screw, it's probably
Yeah.
maple, right?
Yep,
So it's always a good idea to do that pre-drill.
because it will crack if you don't. Go for it.
And then we got the screws. Nice and easy.
So you don't
All the
have
pressure on the back of the gun.
to just tighten it.
Walk it in.
Perfect. Looks like I didn't countersink it enough, but again, that's not going to be showing anyway under that counter. Perfect. So we still maintain our space there. And then, this is, we have one, and now we can go off that one. We know this one's good. So then we get a chance to go off that one. So then we can go with the next cabinet.
Cabinet place to get really nice.
Yep. That's a good lesson there, anticipation. You can't teach that, you gotta just know it.
Thinking that.
That's good thinking. we got this one, it's pretty good. We still got the same gap. And then we get to more than one cabinet, I would get the bigger level. Just to go across so it's an even plane. I mean, I have a 6-foot ladder level too. See, this is like this a little bit.
Yeah.
So that means, you know, that one doesn't have the shim yet. That probably explains that. So we'll put shims like I did in about the same measurement. One of us can just kind of go like this, and I'll let you young guys get down there.
Two of them?
Yeah, one in each. Yeah. No, yeah, there you go. Because the rail for the kick space is on the ends.
Yeah.
So. All right, so why don't we? Is that level? Up over there like that?
Yeah, it's level over here.
Okay, and then we go across 2 cabinets. Looks to me that end has to come up a little bit.
Go in one?
Yeah, so we're pretty good there. That's in here. When they're together, we want something a 1/2 inch to put there because it's like this. So we want it to this and that to be the same. Yeah. Well, you don't want to drop it because you know the teacher pinches your finger, but you know it's all right.
So I'm sorry, boss. I'm the new guy.
It's, there we go. That works.
Good.
Perfect. All right, so we still check our level again.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like. Oh, there you go. Okay.
So same thing, we put the shim, what are we doing for the back? Grabbing shims and we're just snugging them. So we can kind of screw that in. But as, you know, while we're here, we gotta do this before we gotta get this flush.
This here, right?
Yeah.
You gotta pull that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry.
sorry about that.
I know when you put it on the cabinet, he didn't get that lesson right away. So, if you're putting them together, they want to, so you want to make it like a piece of furniture. You want it all together, and then you drill. You got to make sure that your drill is straight, because if you do this and it comes out the front, new cabinet. So the 2.5 would work better here.
Is it the same tip? I think it is, right? Here we go, here we go.
Telling them that you gotta drill straight, because if you don't, you come out the face. Somebody wanna jump in and do the bottom one? And when you're doing cabinet screws, it's not like sheetrock. You can take your time a little bit.
Nice and easy, yeah. Let the screw follow the previous one. Now just go nice and easy.
Good,
Beautiful.
good job. So when I was a rookie, we didn't have granite tops. It was all Formica. And I was screwing the top in through here, and the screw was too big, and I had my hand on top of the counter, and I felt before that it broke through, I could feel the lump, so I knew that it was gonna back it off and use a smaller screw.
Agree. Run that cord over there, guys. You don't take it outside, turn the cord, turn it on first. Plug it in. Colin, did you ever get that pump there? Can you get this trash out of there? Now, the thing with this though, it doesn't let me see the screw. You know?
Right. So you might have to retighten.
So there's a little feeling action going on there. Right?
Yep.
So let's take that off and see if I'm set all the way. 'Cause first time using the tool, I'm not sure. You know what I mean by that? I can't see the screw. I don't want to strip it out. But it felt like it came together nice. Now you see my head. See the heads out, Sid? I
just
didn't
want to
want
snug that up a little
didn't
bit.
want to overdo it, not seeing it, but. And the trick there too is to try.
Move a little bit, that's all right.
Is to try not to spin that screw either, because if you spin it, it's not gonna have any holding power, right? You want to just walk it in. Try to get this one off for the first time in my career.
You got it. You know how to turn the right way. I didn't do that right. Shims to the back.
Here you go, Will. You can do those, all right?
The other one.
Keep going or?
Just snug. And you don't have to overfill it.
Here you go, Will. Got that pre-drill there. Who's got the pre-drill? Right here.
Guys, change up the equipment.
Shane, you don't get paid to be sitting. They don't pay for that. Glasses down, sitting down. Dock that guy. Now, we just bought that pre-drill. Yesterday, it'll be no good by the end of the day with this.
Who wants to screw this?
All right, well, you're up. Got all these different screws for all these different applications. Right here, Will. What do we got to do first,
We gotta
Will?
level the cabinets.
All right, all right.
That was way off.
Don't forget, Will, this is a tiny house, so a little mistake is a huge one around here.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
All right, fellas, we're getting there.
That's straight. Does that look straight to you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Push hard on the back of that screw then. Nice. Good. Perfect. Mr. Martin putting in the last screw of the day. Mr. Martin, nice job. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Was this luck here or?
No, that's planning.
Okay.
That's
excellent. Training and experience. Actually, not the last one. We gotta do this here.
Huh? Thanks to Mr. Martin today, helping us out.
Pleasure meeting all you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great job. You guys all did great.
Thank you.
All right,
All right.
all right. Look at that. We have a
I
kitchen.
say, not for nothing, but I got the 5 shirts. These 5 guys coming in there.
Oh, you know what? I like the idea. Mr. Martin brought 5 shirts from the company
I
that
don't
we're
know if I
in.
have 2
And
XL.
you
If
guys,
can't do it, I'll find it.
you guys were the dogs today. You never stepped away from it. And you know it's tough in here with 15 people all staying, so people tend to move around. But you
You guys
guys
wanted to stay with it. so
you
I
guys
thought
stayed with it the
probably-
whole way. That's good stuff. And the whole thing's installed in less than 2 hours. Our typical get together a day is a little less than 2 hours, and there, look at that. Stairs installed, and all the cabinets installed. Next class will come in. We'll put the doors on and the drawer fronts, and then it's on to the countertops. And we have to get this done by May 31st. Is that the goal, gentlemen? All right. Again, Mr. Martin, thank you so much. You're the best.